All right, this is my name is Nathan. I work on the Marvel database at marvel.wikia.com, and every week I review comics because my wife says I can buy comics if I review them, so I'm going to review them. This review is about the new event for Marvel called Fear Itself. This is the prologue called The Book of the Skull. You can see Red Skull's giant face on there, eating Captain America and Namor, I believe. This is a one-shot, and it is a prologue to the Fear Itself story. I didn't hear anything about Fear Itself, except I saw some of the Thor art in the back of a few other books, where it shows Odin waking up from his Odin sleep and being pretty pissed off that Asgard is all busted up from the siege of Asgard. So, I didn't really know what to expect with Fear Itself. We saw a bunch of cover solicits and whatnot, and figured I would start off with the prelude to kind of see what it's all about, see what direction it's going. And guess what? You still don't really know from this. And I didn't not enjoy this book. It's really heavy, full of in the flashback, which is the main story. The small story, or the actual story, is really the Skull's daughter Sin, which I guess is short for Cynthia, and Baron Zemo are together, and they're going to the Red Skull's old fortress to dig up a mystical book that he worked on while he was also in the 40s, or right, 38 to 44, during World War II, where he was trying to get some implement of doom, or some instrument of doom, to win the war, turn the tides in the war in their favor, and failed somehow. And his daughter knew about it when nobody else did, because she grew up around it, I guess, and used Baron Zemo's help to go get this instrument, or at least get the whereabouts of the instrument at her dad's old fortress. That's the main story. But most of the story takes place in the flashback of when the Skull was actually using, I guess, this area and the area, or an area in Antarctica, to actually get this instrument of ultimate doom. And the invaders are trying to stop him. And I think they kind of successfully do. It was okay. I didn't have too much problem with the story or the art or anything. I thought Cynthia kind of looked pretty nasty at some points because she's got that skull face. And maybe it's a combination of her being a girl and having a skull face at the same time. Maybe you can see this right there. Yeah, that's pretty weird. Pretty weird. Or maybe it's because most of the story took place back in the World War II time of the invaders. There's the invaders and Bucky and Cap and Namor. And it also involved what seems to be a giant Asgardian frost giant, something like that, right there-ish. So, to me, so far, it kind of seems like a big merging of Thor and Captain America in one kind of book. So I didn't really love it all that much, because I don't really love either of those characters all that much, but it wasn't bad. Until I realized that I paid $3.99 for it. That was crazy. It's a $3.99 book, which is a prologue. It's a lead-in to an event. It doesn't really have a whole lot of information or important information about what the event's about or anything. It all leads into one hammer at the end that nobody even has. It's just right there, that the Red Skull had brought into Earth 616, or on Earth, or whatever, from wherever, presumably Asgard, and no one could lift it, so they just built a facility around it or something. So, given that this really wasn't like a book of importance so much, but was kind of a backstory, prelude, lead-in kind of story, I liked it. I liked the story. I just didn't like the fact that I paid $4 for it. That's crazy. $2, sure. $4, it's a bit much. So for that reason, I'm probably going to give it a 2 out of 5. I'm probably going to page through the rest of the Fear Itself stuff, but I probably will be a lot more hesitant to actually buy the book before seeing if there's anything that actually happens in it first. So do yourself a favor. Don't buy the Book of the Skull. Pass it on by. Check out the rest of the series. Check out the rest of the event. All right? Alrighty. On to the next one.